Hello, hello, and welcome back for another reading with Mama Manifests here on my channel, Mama Manifests. Today, I want to do a collective message. We have an eclipse coming up here in 2 days on December 14th, and these energies from these eclipses, I'm thinking, let me know, you guys, if you want me to do a pick a card. I'm not going to do all 12 signs for the eclipse because I only have 2 days before it actually comes about. But if you guys would like a more in-depth reading, a more personalized reading besides just this collective message that I'm doing, either leave me a like or a comment about that just down below or whatever, and I'll get that done for you guys if you would like something more personalized in regards to how this eclipse is going to be affecting you. What can you be mindful of? What do you need to know? What energy is available to you? What is going on? Okay. So I don't know if I said this, but eclipse energies, with full moons and new moons and stuff like that, that energy is around for about a month. With eclipses and with this total solar eclipse, it's energy that's going to be present for the next 6 months. Okay. So huge stuff going on right now, huge changes, huge transformation. And like I said, I just wanted to get on today, do a collective message. Where's the collective at right now? What do we need to know about this eclipse that's coming up on December 14th? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. If you would like, I am now open for personal readings. So email me, which my email is in the description box below, and we can get that set up for you. Okay. I do kind of specialize in life purpose and shadow work and what it takes to get there. My messages do go very, very deep sometimes, most of the time. So just something to be mindful of. If that's not something you're ready to look at and do, I'm probably not the reader or the personal reader for you. Just gonna keep it real, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out however many archetypes want to come out first so we can see an overall energy, and then we'll jump into the tarot, okay? So this is going to be, again, for the solar eclipse on December 14th. If you really like what I'm saying, want to see more of me, my Facebook account, my business page, and my Instagram, I said it like that. Yes, I did. Is in the description box below. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Please help me deliver these messages through the channels of divinity, love, and light. Messages. What's the overall energy here for these eclipses for my viewer? Okay. We got 2. Anything else? Okay. We got those 2. Let's see what we have. Wow. We are breaking through. And I've done 2 readings since I've been back. Is that on camera? Yes. I've done 2. Wow. Wow. We're moving on to a new timeline too. This is all about, mythic time and divine timing. We're moving into, wow. We're just moving into we're reigniting our passion. We're moving from this space. I feel like a lot of us have been in, if you're here, you've been in the void, right? We've been in this void. And the void, there's a reason for the void, right? we don't just enter it. And we really find ourselves in that place. But we're all breaking out of that void into a reignited passion for life. And we are right there. What I'm feeling, huge, big energy right now is we're just going to break through it. It's the threshold. We have done all the work. We've been sitting in the void, and it's time to break through and reignite our passion and to live life in synchronicity and feel like things are in alignment. Okay. We're really looking at our shadow here. I always think about how this kind of looks like a reptile's eye or something like that. And we're really moving out of that energy. I'm going to go ahead and just open it up. I love to read. I always say this, Kim Kranz, so this is an initiation card, and these come out so much in my readings, which is just crazy to me. So, okay. Kairos. Mythic time and synchronicity. We have all had the experience of timelessness. So, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. So we're going to feel way more aligned. We're going to feel less like the time is just passing us by, or we're watching literally the time clock at work, right? And more in alignment. We're going to feel that feeling of timelessness, right? It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. I love that. So everything's right on time. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. Whether you feel like you're in the void, stuck in the void, depressed, your life is out of control, really happy, really sad, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So that's a message for a couple of you. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes the living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. Wow. When this card appears, it's all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. And so yeah, alignment, ease in decisions and actions. So we're really moving into this place where out of the void, where we feel stuck, indecisive, don't know which way to go. We definitely don't feel in alignment. We definitely don't feel like we can make any decisions because we just don't know what to do. So maybe things have been really stagnant. There's been this is only my third reading, like I said, since I've been back, but there's been this stagnant energy. We've all been kind of stuck in this void, but what we're moving into, I love this. What the eclipse is really eclipsing out is the void, and eclipsing in, I don't even know if that's right, bringing in is alignment, decisiveness, because we're going to find that decisiveness when we feel aligned. So this is big, okay? We're making some major breakthroughs here, okay, with this eclipse. I love it. So that's our overall energy. Let's get more messages with the tarot. Let's see what other messages we have for the collective consciousness for this solar eclipse, December 14th, 2020. Sorry if that's loud in your guys' ears. Just had to trying to take some deep breaths, get myself in alignment so I can articulate these messages for you guys in a way that you understand and feel. Most importantly. Okay. See what we got here. I'm doing a round of applause, you guys. I love to see the Six of Wands is the first card out. From that place of the void, from that place of feeling like nothing is happening, no alignment, we are going to again feel victorious. The Six of Wands is all about victory. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's that confidence. It's not like egoic confidence either. This is balanced confidence. This is from that place of the void. We've examined so many parts of ourselves. So many things have come up to be felt, seen, dealt with, right? And now we're coming into this place and moving into this new timeline, literally a new dimension, okay, with the confidence we need to go wherever we want to go. And I just absolutely love, wow, huge energy crossing over that. Why is that happening? Because there's the death of the old and we're being reborn. We're being transformed. We're coming into this, wow. So what I'm really feeling is just, it's all the loose, you can probably feel it because we're getting very close. We're 2 days out from it, and you can kind of feel this new energy coming in. And what we've been going through is this death process, this transformation process. And literally, there's been so much death going on around us, which I'm sorry if any of you have been like losing anybody close to you. My thoughts are definitely with you. I've been going through, a lot of different things this year that have really been tough as well. And it's, in so many ways, there's the loss and then there's the grief and things like that. But what that brings up for us, it really enables us to look at life a little bit differently, right? There's a silver lining in every situation, okay? And that's what I'm really feeling here. So it's the death of the old. It's the death of anything like, okay, so what has come up in the past 6 months, right, is this void. Anything that was holding us back, all of those things are dying off. The rest of it is dying off. So that way we can move into the next stage of our life with confidence and victory, okay? But you guys have been we've all been a little bit impatient here. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is, what it takes. He's a very important energy in the tarot because he's diligent. He knows that things are going to take some time, and you have to do a little bit every single day, taking baby steps. And I'm feeling really here that a lot of us have wanted things to move faster, right? Because this energy in the shadow is like rush, 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 rush. I want to get the hell out of this void. Understandably so, okay? So maybe, a lot of the discomfort has come from the lack of patience there, okay? Wow. We have the Two of Wands here in the past. Yep. It's like, which direction do you want to go in? Do you want to stay in the comfort zone, or do you want to move into your new life, right? And we're getting the push it needs. Look at, like, he's holding the world in his hands, okay? Or the moon or whatever. I don't know. It's a round thing. But it's making that decision. And if you're here today, right, you haven't kind of gotten lost in the void. Some people get lost in the void. I've gotten lost in the void, It's not fun to get lost in the void, but you're making the empowered decision to get out of the void, to live a bigger life, to find your fulfillment, okay? So that's what we have in the past here. And if you're still, this energy could be still around. You could be still kind of going back and forth in between, should I stay or should I go? Do I want to go into this new timeline, right? Because that is going to require the death of things, right? It's going to require probably the death of some relationships, the death of definitely some patterns of behavior. It requires deep introspection, okay? This isn't easy work per se. This isn't. It is going to lead you to where you want to be, and ultimately an easier, more aligned life, a more peaceful life, a free life, freedom, because that's what this path is all about. It's all about freedom. It's all about being freed from the bondage of ourselves that we create for ourselves. Do you want to allow this death process to happen? Are you willing to let go of all that does not serve you to move into this place of victory? And that's the decision we're being faced with right now. That's what this eclipse is asking us right now. Do we want to take this energy and move outside of our comfort zone and into the next place of our life? Or do we want to stay in the void? Now that's something each and every one of us has to ask ourselves. Look at this again, the lack of patience, right? Seven of Pentacles. I always get the vibe of patience up here. So patience is definitely something we've been learning about here. Trusting the process, having patience with the process, having patience with life, having patience with ourselves. I can tell you right now that when I started this journey, I thought I just thought it was going to look completely differently than what it ended up looking like. I'm grateful for it because it's designed perfectly for me to get to exactly where I want to be. But patience, is a muscle that we're growing. And I have a feeling that being in the void, right, has taught us about patience with the process. If things aren't working out exactly the way that we think they should be, there's a reason for it. We're learning something there. And having acceptance and understanding that is such a huge tool to have in the toolbox, okay? Also, with the Seven of Pentacles coming out in reverse here, it's asking us to be very mindful of where we put our energy, okay? Are we going to put our energy into people that make us feel like crap? Are we going to put our energy into activities that don't have much payoff, right? Are we going to do things that are serving ourselves? How much time are you spending binging Netflix as opposed to, reading an inspiring book? These are all different questions, and those are just examples, okay? Let's keep it moving. Okay, so there's been an unwillingness to walk. It's like a fear of change, right? It's like a fear of change. But what the eclipse is really, really bringing in, right? The Eight of Cups is here, and the Eight of Cups is in reverse. And so in this void, we're going to be looking for comfort. We have been looking for comfort. So many of us have probably visited places that are just old energy, right? And we kind of fallen back into old patterns of behavior, things like that, because in the void, all we're doing is looking for comfort. But now with the eclipse coming in, it's time to walk away and make the decision, the empowered decision to say, this is no longer serving me. I'm going towards my victory. I'm going to let what no longer serves me, whatever that is, universe, I trust you, whatever that is, to fall away. I'm willing to let it die so that I can plant the new, okay? And I always say this with the Eight of Cups whenever it comes up, these are things that once fulfilled, okay? But with the Eight of Cups, they don't fulfill anymore. And we're often search for our Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, okay? So this eclipse is going to be, if you make the decision to go towards your victory, totally expect to go onto that new timeline and level up and break that threshold for all of the old to die, and to be willing and ready to let go of whatever doesn't serve you. Now, if we're holding on, that's when those tower moments come up, okay? So whatever way you look at it, if you are intentionally manifesting a victorious, fulfilled life for yourself, they're going to fall away. And I guess I'm here just to tell you today to be ready, to be patient with the process. Trust that whatever's taken away from you, taken away or removed out of your life, or that you let go of willingly, is going to be replaced by something so much better than that. So much better than that. Yep. So there has been a lot, like we have the Five of Swords, and you're tired. Like we're all tired. We're all tired of the pettiness. We're all tired of the ego. We're all tired of the arguments. See, here's what happens when we're growing. And here's what happens when we get stuck in the void and we try to go back to old situations and things and places and people and things that used to comfort us, is they don't work anymore, right? And so then we have this ego come up and there's fighting, right? But with it coming out in reverse, we're all tired of it. We don't want to fight anymore. We don't want to fight life anymore, right? Fighting life, fighting the process, fighting change. I wish I understood from a younger age, and I really try to instill this in my 6-year-old daughter, is understanding that people and situations, there's a reason, there's a season, and there's a lifetime. Sometimes people will come back in. Sometimes situations will circle back in when we're ready, when we are in vibrational alignment. Here's the thing, you guys. If you're at tarot and if you're at my readings, then you're intentionally manifesting a better life. Your vibration is rising. Anybody or anything that isn't doing the same around you no longer is going to be a vibrational match. And so when you try to make that work, you have the Five of Swords. It's just... nobody's like bad or good. Nobody's better or worse. That's not what it is. It's just the vibration doesn't match anymore. It doesn't work. If you're increasing yours and intentionally manifesting a better life, people that aren't, situations that aren't, situations that are no longer in alignment with what you value, because it's all about what you value too, are going to fall away. And if you fight the process, which I see here, right, because of that void, all because of that void, then it's going to feel quite uncomfortable. And there is going to be a lot of ego coming up. And you're going to get yourself in situations that are crappy, you know? Yeah. We've kind of been, and I feel this. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse here. It's like kind of losing sight of what we want. And that's going to be reignited. Because like I said, and what I opened up the reading with was the threshold. And look at that. This is fire, which to me is all about passion. Because of all of this, again, and I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again, living in the void, trying to find comfort with things that comfort us in the past. We've probably not been manifesting much of good, right? Three of Wands, you know, it's like not knowing, you know, what we want and bringing in just, you know, random stuff, letting life happen to us instead of being in the driver's seat of, you know, feeling empowered, feeling victorious. Yeah. And it's been like, you're afraid that it's always just going to feel like it's all work and no play, right? And maybe there's been, like in that void, there's a lot of just cleaning up the messes, you know, balancing life's responsibilities, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, it's not my favorite energy, okay? And this is definitely what we fear here. First of all, you hope, which you do, and I'm here to tell you, if you are at this reading, you have everything it takes to balance out life's responsibilities. But you're definitely fearful. When is it going to feel good again? When is it going to feel good again? And that's when we start making the empowered decisions, right? We have the Two of Wands here. The universe is saying, it's up to you, Susie. It's up to you. We have two twos here now, okay? So both of those have to do with decisions, right? Yep. So it's going to, I don't say this a lot. I always usually really say to get in touch with the heart space, but we need a balance of both of those with the two twos coming out. And the Queen of Swords is what the universe wants us to focus our attention on right now, okay? You might have to take on this energy, and it might be practicing, like, you know, wherever you're at on your journey, but you're going to have to take it on this energy of really standing up for yourself with people, okay? Eclipsing everything out, right? Like just doing things, not having a lot of emotion attached to it as much as you possibly can. Because here's the thing, and I got really confused with this on my journey, like, with relationships, you can love somebody, but if you are not respected and you are not reassured and you don't have that safety and you don't feel that stability in them, what is it really doing for you besides taking your love from you? Okay. And what the Queen of Swords is saying is you're going to have to take on this almost detached energy, right? Because I feel like at the beginning, when you're trying to kind of move out of these unfulfilling situations, these situations that are taking from you, you know, it's not the easiest thing in the world, right? And people might pull, especially if you're a very, which you probably are, if you're here, if you're an empathic person, people are going to try and use that against you, okay? And that's definitely something to be aware of. Take on this very detached, still loving, you can be detached and loving energy to do what you need to do for you And ultimately, so many people, and I've said this in readings before, when we stay in situations and it's not good for us, we're also hurting the other person. We're not only blocking off our own lessons and everything we need to learn, we're blocking off their lessons. And you have to be the person, because you're the one doing this work. You're the one you're the one with awareness, to initiate this change, to initiate it. Okay. There's a lot of different changes here. So yeah, so we have we're sick and tired of, the Nine of Swords. You guys possibly recently could be having nightmares, and those are fears just coming up to be cleared out so you can understand yourself better, right? But I love to see it in reverse here. It's like we're just tired of it. We want to feel rested. We want to feel content. We want to feel fulfilled, right? We're tired of this energy. And I love that it's coming out in reverse here, just like the Five of Swords in reverse, right? We're tired of the fighting, and we're tired of the restlessness. Okay. That's what you find in the void, right? There's like nothing better to do. There's nothing in the void. There's nothing happening in the void, right? So, we get restless, we get irritable, we get discontent, we fight, maybe start to, unknowingly, if it's in our programming, right, start to engage in drama because we're in the void and there's nothing better to do, right? And that's what this eclipse is bringing in. It's eclipsing out all of that. The void was there for a time. We've really learned a lot. I'm sure you're going to understand soon why you've went through so much of this tough energy. Okay. All of those lessons are going to integrate and then propel you into this new timeline of your victory. Okay. This is huge, you guys. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let's get a work your light for some more guidance. I'm trying to think if I'm looking at my cards to see if I want to get any more. What other messages do we have, Holy Spirit? What other messages do we have? Okay, yeah. Oh, I love both of these so much. They've been coming out for me a lot too. Okay, so a lot of us are breaking ancestral patterns. So, at the bottom here, you guys probably already know this. It's changing your whole ancestral line. You could be the first person in your family that doesn't want to settle anymore, that wants to live a better life, that knows that there is something better. And you've been given this huge duty, right? Sometimes it feels very overwhelming, I'm sure, but it's also an honor. And I hope you guys understand that. It's honorable. It's very noble what you're doing, okay? No matter what anybody else, because here's the thing, the same people and situations that you are trying to break these patterns of may be the ones that fight you the most. The people that, you think so much about and want to ultimately help. But here's the thing. The only way we can lead is to lead by example. It's not telling anybody what to do. It's not, judging anybody. It's not pointing out anybody else's flaws or anything like that, or showing anybody anything like that. It's by leading by example. That's the only way of leadership. Okay. So we might have gotten entangled in this void with some less than high vibrating energies. Okay. And it's time to call back your power. Okay. We're getting back all our power. So all of the soul fragments that have been left all over the place, that are lingering out there, we're going to go ahead and say a prayer together from this book. I slept with this card next to my bed for a couple nights when I was going through some really, really, really tough energy. But yeah, it's time to call back our power. Any power that you have given away. We're going to say it together here right now. And I would say, as the eclipse goes, really focus on calling your power back to you. Okay. And we're going to say this really quick. I'm looking for it. The prayer. We're going to say this prayer together really quick. Okay. So I call back any lost soul fragments, power or light now, Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. I just have a feeling that while in the void, right? I feel like at the end of energies, things come up the hardest, right? And we're in between these eclipses right now. So in between the eclipses is really where this void was. That's what I feel, over the past month or so or whatever. We've really been whatever, and old patterns, patterns of behavior have really come up. So they might feel really, really, really intense right now. And we've really probably gotten entangled with this card coming up with some energy that we don't really want in our auric field. So yeah, it's time to call back your power. It's time to call back your power with this Six of Wands, okay? And I love this. And this is how we're going to finish the message. I absolutely love this. Don't take life so seriously. I know that when we come to these readings, it is serious and it feels very serious. And, there are certain moments in life where we have to be serious. But after I give you all this information, it could be quite overwhelming, right? And just say to yourself and really acknowledge and understand that it's not that serious. Allow yourself to have fun and play. And most importantly, so many of us don't take the time to look at how much we have grown. You, my friend, have grown so much, so much. Take a look at that and celebrate that. Celebrate that however you love to celebrate. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate. It's time to celebrate. And I would say that on this eclipse, on the 14th, have fun while that energy is over us. Bring that in. Don't take it so seriously. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take life so seriously. Know that everything is exactly the way it is supposed to be. Sometimes there's tough decisions to make. Sometimes we have to, cut out things that aren't serving us any longer. And that can be scary. But it's all okay. It's all okay. And it's all going to be okay. This is going to be huge, huge, huge. You're going to feel like you've broken through. And you're going to feel that level up. And I'm just so excited for you guys. So enjoy. Celebrate yourself. Know that your service and your hard work is very much appreciated. Not only by me, but by the divine. Your soul as well. Your soul thanks you for allowing it to evolve. Happy eclipse, you guys. I love you. Namaste and God bless.